Hi, my name is Dawood. I'm one of the Your Research Apollo Steering Committee members. Today we'll be going over how to check for missing data in the Apollo study. So the first thing that we need to do is go to the REDCap database, which is the Birmingham Trials Unit 1. Once on the website, you use your login details. And you want to navigate to the My Project section and then to the Apollo Data Collection Project. So far, on the left-hand side, you've been entering data, so under the Data Collection tab. In order to check for missing data, we're going to navigate towards the Report section on the left-hand side. So you'll see something called the missing data. So you want to click on this report, the missing data report. And this will bring you to a report which has 4 columns. One will be the record ID column. You won't have this column. The other 3 columns you'll have is the total number of missing key data fields in the preoperative form, in the intraoperative form, and in the postoperative form. And all the records you'll be able to see are the ones that you have entered for your hospital site. I can see all of the records due to my user privileges, but you'll only see the ones which are relevant to your site. So we've created 3 dummy kind of records to kind of demonstrate how this works. So for example, if we look at the dummy record number 1, and we have a look at this table, we can see there's 3 key pieces of information which are missing in the preoperative form, 0 in the intraoperative form, and there's 1 key piece of information missing in the postoperative form. So if we open up this record in a new tab from here, and we navigate to the baseline form, and if we scroll to the bottom, it'll show us which 3 key pieces of information are missing. So we're missing patient ASA, does the patient have any following comorbidities, and the end stage. So tumor stage, let's just say we've just made all of this information up, comorbidities. So we scroll to top, just click none of the above, no comorbidities, and ASA, we can just say anything, it doesn't really matter. And then the really key important thing is once you've updated the information, now you can see there's nothing missing at the bottom, you have to click save and go to next form or save and exit form. Basically, the key point is you have to save the form. Saving the form updates the calculations and therefore will update the data report. And we go to management, scroll to the bottom, nothing is missing as was indicated by the table. So we save and go to next form. And if we scroll to the bottom, here it says 1 key piece of information is missing, which seems to be this one. So we can just take this and click again, save and go to next form. Now, if we go back to our data missing report and we refresh this tab, we'll notice that the record is updated and there are 0 key pieces of information missing in the pre, intra, and the postoperative form. Now we can take another example as well. So record 3, 0 missing in the pre, 0 missing in the post, but something's missing in the intraoperative form. So again, if we have a look at that, scroll to the bottom. Yeah, so 3 key pieces of information are missing. Surgeon skill level, let's say he's a consultant surgeon. Preoperative, yes, that was planned. And the operative urgency, which is here, which is active. So once it's gone, important, we click save and go to the next form. And then if we close this and then refresh the page, you'll have 0. So the aim of the data missingness report is to basically get all your records to be as close to 0 as for all of the records as possible. And that's pretty much how we're kind of doing it. The one thing I would say is now, some of your records might look something like this, for example, where it looks blank. So this doesn't mean you're not missing data. This needs to actually say 0. The reason it's blank is because the forms are not saved. So what you need to do is, if your record looks blank here, you need to open the record in a new tab. So let's just say this, imagine if this was blank, we would open up record 1. And we would go to the baseline form, we'd scroll to the bottom, and all we'd have to do is click save and go to next form, save and go to next form, and scroll to the bottom and save the next form. So once you've saved all the 3 main forms, the baseline, the management, and the follow-up form, you click close, and then you update this. Instead of being blank, it will show up as 000, or it'll show you how many you're missing. So this is really important that you actually go and save the forms. So at the end of the report, you should have basically 0 across the board. I hope that makes sense. If there's any further questions, feel free to email us. Thank you very much for listening.